How profitable are skins in TF2? Well, I used to avoid skins because they're really hard to sell. Just check out my unusual trading series where unusual war paints and skins consistently took 1 to 2 years to sell, which is just an excruciating amount of time for almost any trader. Imagine if your items took 1 to 2 years to sell. You're honestly better off not wasting your time trading, okay? But if I'm showing that skins are so hard to sell, then why do I keep trading them? Well, the reality is that I've discovered skins and war paints to be extremely profitable if you know what to look for. Some of my most profitable trades are skins, and a large portion of my total sales volume are various types of skins and war paints that sold far quicker than I'd expect. Just imagine consistently making 50% profit margins from just spending 15 minutes per day flipping skins and building your backpack to be massive. This video shows how to accurately price check skins, but if you're interested in a complete skins guide, check out the top link of the description, which includes my full written guide on how to maximize your profit from trading skins by knowing where to find skin deals, knowing where to sell these deals, and an up-to-date warpaint tier list that denotes profitability and sellability. So here are the things I look for when determining the price of skins and warpaints. Number 1. Past sales. No matter what item you're looking for to price check, the absolute most important thing to do is look for those past sales. Look on backpack.tf, look on marketplace.tf, look on manco.store, and look on the Steam community market. There's a solid chance that the skin you're looking to price check has already sold recently, or there is another seller on a different platform, which indicates to you the maximum price the skin in question could fetch, so you could hedge your bet and estimate a price lower than that to be realistic. Number 2. Aesthetic appeal. My course has a full tier list for every skin, but judge for yourself. If the skin actually looks good, it is more likely to sell faster. A glacial glaze scattergun will sell more easily than a gifting man's wrapping paper scattergun because it looks better and someone will actually want to buy it even if it's more expensive. And when it comes to unusual skins, this is even more apparent. If you watch my trading series videos, every single time, the unusual war paints and skins that have poor aesthetics take a significantly longer time than aesthetic unusual skins and war paints to sell. Number 3. Wear. Skins and war paints that are factory new or minimal wear will much more easily sell than lower conditions. This is because people who buy them to use in-game really desire the skin to look crispy clean, and unlike Counter-Strike which has float values, in Team Fortress 2 it's either factory new, minimal wear, field tested, well-worn, or battle scarred. No in between. Similarly, between the games there's different patterns, but that's a very niche thing to worry about. But just because a skin is not factory new or minimal wear, that doesn't mean it isn't profitable. I'm just suggesting that if the market conditions were the exact same, with the same amount of sellers and past sales, the higher quality wares would tend to sell a little bit easier. Number 4. Applied skins. When a war paint is applied onto a skin, it will obviously always decrease the value of the war paint because it is now used on one weapon. How much varies from person to person, but I like to estimate around a 30 to 50% reduction in price from when a war paint is applied into a weapon. More towards the 30% reduction end for popular weapons, and more towards the 50% reduction end for unpopular weapons. So that means if I use the 10 key war paint on the rocket launcher will be worth roughly 7 keys. If I use the same 10 key war paint on the reserve shooter will be roughly 5 keys. Number 5. Similar skins. If it's not so simple to price check your skins with the previous steps, consider this the sister effect price checking of skins. The first thing you do is compare wear values and add or subtract a little bit of value where necessary. So if you wanted to price check a field tested skin, check minimal wear and well worn. Let's say well worn is selling for 2 keys and minimal wear is selling for 8 keys. I would hedge the bet and say the field tested skin is worth around 5 keys. You can also compare similar skins to determine a price. For example, a Health and Hell Warpaint Factory New is 3 keys. That must mean a Health and Hell Warpaint Green Factory New will also be about 3 keys. Maybe a tiny bit less to be safe as an estimate. So to price check skins, you can compare wears of the same skin or the same wear but different similar skins. Number 6. Factoring in add-ons. There are many things you can add onto a skin and it will make the item more expensive but more niche. No matter what you add on, it will technically make the skin more expensive and desirable. The first add-on is Killstreaks. Killstreaks are the most sought after add-on as they are extremely popular to have on weapons including skins. Pricing is extremely context dependent, as Killstreaks can add no value or multiply the skin's price by tenfold. Usually basic Killstreaks and specialized Killstreaks stop adding value after 5 keys of skin value. Professional Killstreaks usually stop by around 30 plus, but the Killstreak and Sheen is still important to consider, such as the God combos Firehorn's Tornado, plus Villainous Violet, Team Shine and Hot Rod, which can add a lot of value. If you're unsure of prices, you'll have to ask around and build experience. After some time, you should get a feel of how Killstreak prices scale with certain skins and weapons. The next add-on to consider for unusuals is the unusual effect. They're all roughly the same tier level, that being Isotope, Hot and Cool, but sometimes Isotope is usually a smidge bit better than the other two. And certain skins will theme better with Hot or Cool, such as Glacial Glaze with Cool, or Hot and Poltergeist, will literally multiply the price, and if there's no theme with Hot or Cool, consider Hot and Cool to be the exact same. Energy Orb is another story as it was discontinued years ago. You'll need an expert to help you out if you get the rare encounter of being offered one, and they're extremely expensive. The next add-on is Festivizers. Festivizers are usually around $1, but can fluctuate in price during different times of the year. Any skin with a Festivizer is at least 75 cents to 15 ref, no matter what skin it is. But after 2 to 3 keys of skin value, Festivizers stop adding value altogether. The next add-on is Strange. As mentioned in the Strange Unusuals video, Strange is strongly sought after on skins. Strange weapon skins will multiply the price by 200 to 400% without changing demand, and in fact it will likely increase demand. This includes multiplying unusuals and factoring new / mineral wear skins, so Strange Unusual skins can get really expensive. The next add-on is Strange Parts. Strange parts can only be found on Strange weapon skins, and most cheap parts can be safely ignored, which is just anything under 1 key. The only exception can be if the strange part strongly correlates with the weapon in question, such as headshot kills on a sniper rifle or allied healing done on a medigun. But in this case, make a suitable judgment to add 10 to 20% of the strange part value on top as overpay. Once the skin is already over 5 keys, these stop factoring in value. Expensive strange parts such as damage dealt or robots destroyed on any weapon can fetch 5 to 10% overpay of the skin depending on how well they fit. Name tags and description tags, they add no value. Gifted tag by famous TF2 person? I wouldn't touch these. People mark up the prices of signed tags a bunch when literally no one cares, and you can just easily ask them to sign it for you. Next is spells. Spells on weapon skins are extremely rare as they were a glitch that was patched 10 years ago using Halloween 2014 spells on an account that hasn't logged into the game, and then trading those spells onto an account in-game to use on skins after they expired. You'll need a real expert to help you price these, since they'll be worth hundreds of keys minimum if you ever encounter one. And for the record, I haven't even been offered one. And as always, if you don't know how to price check a certain skin, just decline the trade or just don't send the trade offer if you're not sure of the price, and anything you already own, you can list the price for really high and continuously discount it every week until it sells. As long as you follow this buy low, sell high approach, you can never overpay and you can never sell for too low. And that's all for today's video. Hopefully you learned a lot about how to price check skins and can use this knowledge to make more profit. Remember to check out the 2 links in the top of the description, which will provide you excellent resources to make more profit in TF2. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment. I'll catch you next time. See ya!